But I am totally convinced that there is now on the earth enemies of the human race that is changing the evolution of the human race from what it was supposed to be in its creation, as opposed to where the dark powers of the world are now leading the human race into a different world.
Do you think it's possible that these people can be stopped?
For myself, I do not believe America or the world at large is going to be able to extricate itself out of this situation. No, I do not believe it's possible. And the reason why is because the people are too stupid. They're too ill-informed, ignorant, ill-informed, unread, self-centered, egotistical, materialistic, and downright stupid. And they don't care. Basically speaking, people don't care. They're too ill-informed, ignorant, ill-informed, unread, self-centered, egotistical, materialistic, and downright stupid. And they don't care. Basically speaking, people don't care.
Was unified with one another. Because it seems to me that we've been invaded by an alien species whose sole mission is to keep us divided, no matter what. Whether it's religion, theology, philosophy, politics, doesn't matter. Because as long as we stay divided against one another, because most people are divided against themselves, we will remain captive to whatever the hell they got planned for us. And it appears that it's going to be worse than hell. It is my hope that you share this video with others, this whole series that we're doing. If more people could just open their minds, just the smallest, and consider that the human race has been taken over by a species that we cannot see, but we have all the evidence that are definitely not to our betterment. And if we can learn how to control them as they have controlled us, we become the new warden. If this is a prison, then it's time for a prison breakout. It's time we take the guards and we put them into the cells. It is time that we turn on our captors. It's time that we put them into the chains, into the cells that they have put us for God knows how long. It looks to me to be potentially very recent to potentially millions of years. We don't know. Interesting monkey experiment are nothing but hackable animals. Yeah. This could be the beginning of something that is earth-changing. They can't stop me. There's no weapon that they have that can harm me. I don't fear them, not afraid of them. I devour them, I rip them apart. There isn't a demon that I have met that has yet to be able to show any type of strength over me. It's here. It's here. And if you know their game, and you know how and why they operate, that makes you the master. That makes you subjugate them. You put them to work for your own pleasure, your own needs, your own wants. I tell you what happens. They run from me. Oh, they got some that will come in, but the vast majority don't want to face a power like that. They want to, even if they think they can break that individual spirit, they don't want to encounter that. Because when they see a human, a spirit being, stand up to them and begin to speak and take them on, that begins to show the countless billions, trillions, that this human isn't the same. He's not controlled by politics. He's not controlled by religion. He's not controlled by wealth, theology, none of these things. Okay. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for sharing. Folks, this is serious stuff. If the group out there, I'd love to have a panel on this and discuss only this, because there is something here. There's something tangible, very powerful here. And the reason why it's been mocked, disdained, and put down is that because if we ever do get a hold of it, they can't stop us. They can't. And that's their greatest fear. And think about that fear existing over in the ethereal. All right. Right on, right on. Oh, I love this. I mean, geez, I just get you all kind of... Thank you, Crystal Clear. Yeah, this does kind of feel like The Hobbit, doesn't it? I mean, we're going to kick their ass. A little 3-year-old, she had it down. We're going to kick their ass, because you know what? If they get in here, they want to kick our ass. Well, it's time that we turn the tables. It's time that we march as an army, united. I don't give a damn about your politics. I don't give a damn about your philosophy. I don't give a damn about your religion. What I do give a damn about is that if you and I can agree that we have an enemy that has been abusing our species for generations. Now, if you and I can get together on that, and we can get 1,000, we can get 100,000, and we go out and start doing some spiritual kicking ass, we'll change this thing. We'll change it overnight. Okay. I mean, it's time to start, getting serious about this. I'm not going to leave this realm beaten, broke, or in any way destituted or oppressed. I am a warrior. I am here to kick ass. And I hope that you're here to kick ass as well. Let's do it together. Let's get this goddamn job done so we can all go home. All right, folks, I will see you tomorrow. All right, enjoy the day. And thank you, by the way. You're beautiful.
The Ashkenazis, who dominate because of the Khazarian influence, they dominate science because the Khazarians must dominate science so that they can control everything. They're all about control. That's why they invented woke, to slice and dice humanity by all these different things so that they can control us by pitting us against each other by gender, race, height, number of toes, all this kind of thing. So they're exploring quantum mechanics, so we know they're doomed to failure because quantum mechanics is a bogus idea. And they've been fucking with the math for the past 50 years to keep trying to convince us that it actually works. And that's starting to come out. All of this kind of stuff is going to come out, by the way. All of the bogus science and all that kind of shit will come out over these next few months. It'll, if you're paying attention, it won't really sink in. Most people don't give a shit about physics, that kind of thing. But it will come out, and the communities will be in an uproar as the money goes away, and they won't be able to bribe people in the magazines and the libraries and schools and this kind of colleges and this kind of thing. So right now we've already had the money collapse lead to the commies jumping up and down in Stanford Law School and causing these justices problems. And, well, the justices said, okay, fuck it, we're not going to hire any Stanford law grads to work in our courts. Because they're teaching this woke shit, not teaching law. They're not teaching these people to be effective humans. They're teaching them to be tranny faws, right? And to be brown shirts and cause social engineering. And so now we're getting the pushback all around. I need to go into that much more. But in any event, though, so over these next few months, we'll have science come unglued the way that the law system here in the U.S. is coming unglued. So this is cool. We're coming to that level. I expect that the physics community is going to go totally crazy starting this summer. Maybe it'll be July or August. And then, also coincident with that, the Khazarians have to bring out the UFOs. And also, by the way, guys, UFO sightings are way the fuck up. We've had a 500% increase in 2023 over 2022, and 2022 was a banner year. We had more then than previous years, so something's up, right? So the UFOs are here and shit's happening. I think it's going to get ever so much more interesting as we go through summer and the degradation that will be caused, which is necessary and I think is actually perfect, that we have this level of degradation, okay? So we have to destroy all of the crap that's been put on us, last 100 years since Einstein. And we got to get rid of that structure that was supported by the Khazarians that is basically making us all crazy because it is not reflective of reality. So just as there is no trans, there is no general relativity. It's this made-up thing that they're trying to make you believe is factual and exists. The world and the material thing, the general relativity, quantum mechanics, all of that stuff is particles. Okay, they're looking for grit. They're looking for little tiny particles, and they'll find them because universe is accommodating and consciousness is accommodating, and it will accommodate their looking for these little particles infinitely, and they'll always find some other particle that is smaller. None of them are matter. None of them do matter. None of them are material to our interests. And none of them will ever aid in doing anything, all right? Because it's all consciousness. Therefore, because it's consciousness, it's the pulse, and thereafter, everything is a wave. But you can see in the intersection of the waves, the particles, if you want to see them, because consciousnness is accommodating. But absent the understanding of consciousness, you're going to get a view that everything is grit, just glued together grit. And that's an entirely wrong perspective. And we will soon discover this as we go through into this summer, and we'll start having this new renaissance. It'll be tremendous. I mean, new inventions pouring out, new ways of thinking about all of this as we dump general relativity, as we dump quantum mechanics. Quantum is not yielding anything other than scams. NESARA, GESARA, QFS, all of that kind of shit, right? It's all scams. Nothing is there. Dead and buried. This is really an affectation that originates with the Khazarian mafia as a result of this Messiah, Zevi, I can't think of his first name now. He was really a strange fellow. And what happened was that Zevi in like the 1600s, so maybe it's like 1666 for all I know, sometime in that period of time, Zevi became a Messiah, or was told he was a Messiah or some damn thing in the Jewish community, but he was a Khazarian, Ashkenazi. And he had these people that were following him when he had at his height of his power. And these guys went and did a whole lot of research trying to discover physical archaeological evidence of the exodus of the Jews, of the Judeans from Egypt. And they did not. They didn't find any at all, and it caused this big issue at the time.